Good morning, ball bags, and welcome to a glorious day in Duhok. I may have had a minor nosebleed last night, and there's no tissue anywhere in Kurdistan, so it ended up all over my jeans. And yes, I did sleep fully clothed last night because this floor is riddled with bugs and probably the bed as well, and I didn't want my ball sack getting eaten. Anyway, today we are going to go for a little look around Duhok, the city I'm in at the minute, and then going to go and see another place called Amadiya, also called Amedi, and 8 other things because they can't decide how to spell place names here. And then if everything goes swimmingly, we're going to end up in the capital city of Kurdistan, Erbil, by night time. However, current political and security situation and also the general difficulty with trying to get transport in this part of the world means that may not go quite to plan. But fuck it, we'll give it a go. Alright, so this is the current situation. So I have 70,000 Iraqi dong left. And there are no ATMs. So because it's so expensive to stay places, like 40,000 per night, and then there's also food and some transport costs, that means I'm going to run out of cash tonight, right? And there's no ATMs anywhere. However, I feel like if I get to the capital city of Kurdistan, there's more likely to be some ATMs and like actual technology. So I need to get there today thinking about it, otherwise I'm going to end up penniless, and that'll suck. Anyway, I'm officially ready, packed up and such, and it's time to dip. Let's go and do some shit. But yeah, this is my 3rd day in Iraq now. You're not allowed to drink alcohol here because it's very prohibited by Muslim places, and this is a very Muslim place. So instead of drinking beer today to console my alcoholism, I have become the beer, boys. This is a fucking D shirt, and I've also kept on my blood-stained trousers. Makes me look like fucking Rambo, so let's go. This is Duhok, described by one Wikipedia page as one of the most dangerous cities on earth, and you need like armed bodyguards to get around. Well, here I am, not dead.
In the dark I found, I thought that I won't fly, and I say
And this is a Duhok Dam, and well, if this is a dangerous place, then the world's a pretty good place, right? This is fucking sweet. See, everything's fine.
Yeah, no problem here.
No problem at all.
No any problem here.
Photo like here. It's the American.
So basically, to summarise, I was wandering through Duhok, and then my friend Mohammed spotted me, who speaks beautiful English. He said he'd take me round for a bit, and we're now on top of Zawa Mountain, and this beneath us is Duhok.
Yeah. It's nice city. You will come here every time.
Come have a look. This place is fucking beautiful. And just a minute ago we were somewhere over there with the dam. 3rd day here now, so yeah, I've settled in just fine. Everything feels sweet. This place is cool as fuck. Giant Kurdish flag. Ace backdrop. Duhok is dece. Duhok is dece. So, to that Wikipedia article saying this is one of the most dangerous cities in the whole world and it's not a tourist destination and you need a bodyguard and shit, fuck off. Maybe the rest of Iraq and Kurdistan might not be entirely safe, but I can at least speak for this bit. This bit is safe and Duhok is sweet, weather's brilliant, and it's got mountains. And we all love a good fucking mountain, don't we, boys?
Usually
So to summarise that morning, my mate Mohammed drove me around for about 2 hours. He was fucking ace. He was a special forces and policeman, which is why he had dead good English, because he was working alongside Americans, battering bad guys and stuff. He was dead nice. He was dead pro-Kurdistan, but also anti-independence, which was odd. But he did offer me a job, offered me to come work here whenever I want. Might stay forever, boys. Anyway, after driving me around all morning, he had to actually go to work, so he gave me his number and just said, if I need help, call him. Don't worry about Kurdistan, it's brilliant, and if I want any help at any point or shit like that, then just call him. Dead nice. So yeah, people of Kurdistan are brilliant. He then went off and put me in a taxi for 8,000 Iraqi dinar, so about, I don't know, £5, to come to here. Behind me is a mountain town called Amadiya, or any other million things. It's on top of that mountain, but I'll show you a picture now just so you can get like a good bird's eye view of it. So what we're doing now is we're ascending what was, until recently, the only way up it. And because of the difficulty of getting up, and because it's a very unique strategic position on the flat top of a mountain, they reckon this is one of the oldest cities in the world. It's been continuously inhabited for at least 5,000 years, but they reckon it goes back since till before that because of its position. Basically, it must have been useful for a very, very long time. Also worth mentioning that it is unbelievably hot, even though we're about a mile above sea level right now, so I'm dying. So it's known to have been inhabited since the ancient Assyrians had it, so about 3000 BC, but probably has been used for longer than that. This is a very, very unique place, and fuck the bed, the view is exquisite. Look at this. And this one gate, this one doorway, was the single way to get into this whole town. So you can see why it was so good strategically. This place is also thought to be home to Magi, people who practice Zoroastrianism, basically one of the oldest religions in the world. And this is where the high priests of Persian-ruled Assyria would have lived. Now, if you went to a Church of England school, you'll know that the Magi is often translated into wise men. And it is actually thought that this place is where the 3 wise men who set off to see baby Jesus be born came from. They started here and then went all the way over there somewhere to find Jesus Christ. How about that? So yeah, 1,400 meters above sea level, and about 5,000 to 7,000 years after it was created, one of the most unique towns in the world still exists. On top of the town though, where I'm heading in a sec, is actually dead normal. It's home to about 6,000 people, but it is only 1,000 meters long by 500 meters wide, so it's tiny, but it's still functioning. So I'm gonna have a quick look around the main bit now, the so-called modern bit, and then we're going to dip back to Duhok and find a way to Erbil, because it's now 2 PM. Don't have an awful lot of time. And the people are really friendly. There's a group of kids come in and I guarantee they say hi or something in English. Guarantee. Watch this.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. See, I told you. I've also met about 9 old men who have all said welcome and shaken my hand, so it's nice people here. Dead nice. So yeah, it's a normal small town with an ace history and a brilliant landscape, and yes, it's again perfectly safe. And that's kind of the point in it. It's just like coming to places, seeing how good they actually are, rather than just like skipping them because it has a bad name because of the country it's in. It's just a fucking dead big shame that like so many places go to waste in a tourist sense. But no, I'm not saying go to Baghdad for a week on holiday. It's a completely different kettle of fish. What I'm saying is Iraq is a big country, and yes, in a lot of places bad shit happens and it's still happening, but it doesn't mean the rest of it's terrible. Do you know what I mean? If I didn't know I was in Iraq right now, I wouldn't think I was in one of the world's most dangerous countries. It feels like a normal faraway place. In fact, better than that, it feels like a brilliant faraway place because of all the ace shit they've got here. So basically, last night I stayed in a place called Duhok, or Duhok, right? And about 40 miles south of there is somewhere called Mosul. Mosul's a terrible place, and since I've been here, it's been hit with an airstrike or two, killing loads of IS militants, right? But that doesn't mean don't come to somewhere brilliant like this, which is completely unlinked with Mosul. Just don't go to Mosul. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I just don't like the idea of brilliant places like this going unseen just because you're a bit worried about something happening an hour or two away. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I need to go find a taxi and get back to Duhok because it's getting late, so yeah, Erbil time, boys. Alright, so current situation, got back to Duhok for another 8,000, so another £5 or so. Got put straight in a different taxi because they work fucking quickly. Put me straight in one to Erbil. Issue is, Erbil's about 3 hours away, and the only way to get there from Duhok is to go through Mosul. Now, if you remember Mosul, that place I said earlier that is terrible, yeah, it's not a very appetizing way to go. If you don't know what Mosul is, just Google that word and then press news. Yeah. So not only could this get a bit explodey, but also I don't know if my visa is just for Kurdistan or for Iraq, but Mosul is outside Kurdistan, so I don't even know if I'm fucking allowed to go there. For fuck's sake. Suppose we've got to find out, aren't we, boys? Help. Alright, good news, we've missed out Mosul. We've gone like a really back-roady way. So, I'm not getting blown up today. We've just stopped for a sec, so taxi man and another passenger can pray. And then we're about another hour away, I think. And then we try and find a cash machine, I suppose. So I've touched down in Kurdistan's biggest and capital city, Erbil, and once again I have no hotel plans. It's not really quite like booking a hotel in Amsterdam. There's not much online about where you can stay, so you kind of have to turn up and just find out when you get there. Except this time I'm left with a stash of 30,000 dinar, so 20 quid in cash. So I've realised after getting out of the taxi and getting here, I've put an awful amount of faith in there being an ATM here, because if there's not, I am in a very, very bad situation. Not only is 30,000 dinar not enough to stay somewhere, or at least it hasn't been for the past 2 nights, that's cost me 40 and 45,000. But I would also be here with very little money and about a 4 or 5 hours drive away back to the border. So yeah. What the fucking hell. Right, false alarm, boys. No ATM needed. I literally stumbled into this place, that sketchy looking fucking corridor place you just saw. Asked how much a room was and it was 25 grand. So at least for tonight I'm fucking sorted. Gives me 5 grand to go and eat with. But for now, I've got a bed. 2 beds actually. No, I've got fucking 3. 3 fucking beds. So for tonight I'm good. It's about 17 quid it works out at. 16, 17 quid. But yeah, tomorrow can be cash hunting day. We'll go have a look around Erbil as well. But from Duhok to Amadiya to here, fucking made it, boys. Iraq's beautiful.
Cheers, boys. See you in a bit.